Hell monkeys, what is up? This is MEGAnaire. I'm back with some predictions about tonight's Grasshopper Direct. There's a pretty decent chance we'll see Shadows of the Damned remastered. They announced that game at the same time that they announced the Direct, so there's a pretty good chance that we'll see that. It has now been 2 years since Grasshopper announced they plan to start 3 original franchises in the next 10 years. We're very early into that, but it's definitely possible that tonight we'll see the game that we call DEADBURGH. There have been a few leaks about that one. We've seen the diorama of the town from that game in multiple videos, just in the background at the DEADBURGH studio. But now, just because Grasshopper plans on putting out 3 original franchises over the next 10 years, that doesn't mean that we won't see them make games from existing franchises. So it's possible, pretty unlikely, but we know Suda51 has met with Marvel. He's been interested in the past in making a Deadpool game. He shot down rumors of an Alien game. I don't really think we'll see any of that, but it's definitely possible that we'll see them announce something from a series that already exists. Because I'm pretty confident they don't plan on releasing just 3 games over the next 10 years. They've put out very few games in the last 10 years, but I think a lot of that came down to the companies that were acquiring Grasshopper over that period and their time making Let It Die. Another game that I'm really banking on seeing tonight is the remake of Flower, Sun, and Rain. This is probably my favorite Grasshopper game. It was confirmed to be remade the same time they announced the Killer 7 remaster, and that came out 5 years ago, so hopefully we'll see this tonight. We know that it's definitely still happening. There's a picture of Sumio Mondo in the Grasshopper studio in the tour video that James Mountain gave a few months ago. So I'm really hoping that we see that tonight. Another thing we could see is some kind of Killer 7 announcement. It's possible that we could see a physical version of the game. I don't think Grasshopper fully owns this game. I think it's still completely up to Capcom. We'll probably never see a sequel. I don't think it even needs a sequel, honestly. But what it does need is a physical version of the remaster. It's only out on Steam. There's no way to hold this game in your hands, not like the GameCube version and the PlayStation 2 version if you have that. And you know what? Maybe we'll see the return of Grasshopper Records. That was the store that Grasshopper ran for several years, and it had their t-shirts, their CDs, coasters, random little key rings, things like this, and it was all branded with their games, and they closed that down. It's been probably more than 10 years since that shut down. It's been a few years since Suda51 literally told people through interviews that if they like the shirts that they saw in the No More Heroes games, then they should just buy them off third-party sites because Grasshopper doesn't have any way of providing those shirts to people. Maybe we'll see some kind of venue for them to sell more merchandise like that again. So those are my serious predictions about the Grasshopper Direct, but if I'm speaking honestly, I hope it's just one really long Flower, Sun, and Rain trailer.